I am Dawn Wilson, and I will be with you from now till noon.
We create memories. We inspire comfort. We are the voice of the people, and we are home away from home.
Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark.
Children are a beam of sunlight. On Kiddies Playground, smart is the new cool. We have interesting activities lined up for everyone, from storytelling to games to quizzes, where you get to win loads and loads of gifts. Do you have what it takes to compete and win exciting prizes? Then don't miss any episode of Kiddies Playground every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. only on Today 95.1 FM, where playtime comes to life.
What if the internet had a voice? What if we knew exactly what you love to listen to? What if we understood your vibe, your voice, your opinion? Today 95.1 FM. Today 95.1 FM. We are the voice of the people.
Get ready to feel the rhythm, the groove, and the true vibes of Africa. This is not just music. This is high life. From the legends to the latest, we're bringing you the here.
Good morning. It's 32 minutes past 6 o'clock. Yeah, and it's time for Rewind on your premium talk station, 95.1 FM, Today FM. Of course, my name is Dawn Wilson, and for the next 30 minutes, we will be rehashing stories that made River State headlines or River State circles. And here's the thing. You get to be part of the conversation of the show. It's almost like an in case you missed it type of thing. So maybe you had one or two thoughts or perspectives or angles, and you didn't get to share said thoughts, perspectives, and angles. Well, you can do so now. So here's how it's going to play. I'll read out a couple of stories, and then I'll open the phone lines and get your thoughts. Now, if you'd like to be part of the show when that time rolls around, 0810-9510-951, 0810-9510-951. For voice notes, text messages and WhatsApp messages, 0701-9339-962, 0701-9339-962. For those of you who prefer social media, on YouTube, Today 951 FM. That's on YouTube, of course. Today 951 FM. Facebook, no Facebook, no Instagram, no X, no Twitch. at the moment because this is all rewind, so we don't have posts running. But you can also listen, or you can still listen via the website www.todayfmlive.com, www.todayfmlive.com. So you'll see a rectangular box and it will say listen live. Tap that, you're listening live. Now, for those of you who have the Radio Garden app, if you don't have it, Google Play Store, Apple Play Store, find it, and simply search Today 95.1 FM, and that's it. I believe radio.org.ng also provides services in that regard. So 95.1 at Today FM, yeah. All right, let's get the show started. A magistrate court sitting in Choba, Ubiakpo local government area of Rivers State, has convicted and sentenced one Alan Sunday Afolabi to 1 year imprisonment for stealing his employer's vehicle. According to the prosecution, Sunday Afolabi, a native of Kogi State, stole the car on March 28th of this year after he was instructed by his employer to transport the employer's children to their school's inter-house sports event in the GRA area of Port Harcourt. Investigations revealed that the convict had allegedly made arrangements to sell the vehicle before he was apprehended by law enforcement authorities. Delivering judgment, Chief Magistrate I.S. Abel held that the prosecution had successfully proved the offences of conspiracy and stealing beyond reasonable doubt. The court subsequently sentenced Sunday Afolabi to 1 year imprisonment without the option of a fine. Oh, back in the day, I remember when my dad used to do this funny thing where he'd get, well, they would refer drivers to him, and he would get into the van. Then it was a 404 Peugeot, and they would drive around for a while so that he could see what's what with the driver, how experienced the driver was. And they would have conversations, of course, and I don't know whether maybe because River State hadn't expanded as it has now, it was very easy to trace where this person's live. You'd come with a guarantor, letters, passport photographs, and all of that because, well, they used to drop us in school with the van. I hated that van because it had some cartoons on it, and the cartoons used to make kids bully me, but well, not bully me, tease me. So, yes, but because he knew that, oh, this person is going to be interacting a lot with my kids, let me have a deep interaction with the person. So I wonder if parents or employers still do that, where you have background checks for your drivers, knowing that, well, your life is more or less in their hands, especially with we having and sometimes insiders involved in kidnapping plots. So one can never be too careful. Now, that's not to say I'm blaming the employer, but I'm asking, was that carried out? We are now in the era where you shouldn't just trust referrals because your cousin or some person close to you referred the person. We are now in the era of where you have to vet thoroughly, even if you might have to use the services of a security outfit. And there are some security outfits that specialize, I might bring him here one day, specialize in, background checks. Now, having said that, I think we shouldn't also be too comfortable with our employees. No matter how long they've been with us, money is tempting. That's one, money is tempting. And two, they might be going through one or two situations where they might not be able to say no to whatever temptation is placed in front of them. All that needs to happen is somebody just dropping a seed of evil in their minds, and an idle mind, devil's workshop, and all those things we say. But anyway, when we open the phone lines, we'll get your thoughts on that. All right, let's move to the next story. Motorcycle operators, popularly known as Okada riders in Rivers State, have again decried the activities of suspected louts and their alleged multiple taxation imposed on their members across the state. The state's chairman of the Motorcycle Operators Union of Nigeria, Rivers State chapter, Chezu Emmanuel, raised the concern while monitoring what he described as illegal activities of louts against his members, alleging that actually approved. Emmanuel further claimed that suspected louts extort between 20,000 and 40,000 naira from riders in some areas, a situation he said often results in violent confrontations, adding that some community leaders now collect ticket fees from riders, thereby worsening the economic burden on operators. He called on security agencies to urgently intervene and curb the activities of illegal tax collectors extorting money from motorcycle operators across the state. All right, let's listen to what Emmanuel had to say.
It has been a very hectic one to me and my people. It has kept us restlessly moving from one direction to the other. You will see a group of boys with a keke bus, with a keke crest, the reflective vest, board of internal revenue. Some persons will crest it, enforcement team. From no destination, hijacking Okada, beating keke people, collecting 20,000, 40,000. As an Okada man or keke man, you are meant to pick only 4 tickets, but you see the ticket they are picking, almost 10 tickets. You will see community ticket, you will see CDC ticket, you will see palace ticket. Where are these tickets coming from?
Chiezu Emmanuel used the opportunity to commend President Bola Tinubu for ongoing infrastructure projects, including the construction work along the Eleme-One axis of the East-West Road, the Boni-Bodo Road, and the Ishopu-Emohua Link Road with Bridge, while further commending the appointment of Chukwuemeka Aaron as Commissioner of the Federal Character Commission.
By assessment, he has performed very well. If not for any other thing, the issue of Boni-Bodo Road has been there for years, but graciously, Mr. President has put that issue to an end. Today, people are accessing Boni-Bodo Road with car. He's talking about Eleme-One Road, which has been a death trap for years, for decades. People have been suffering on that road. People lose their lives. But today, the road is accessible now.
All right. Well, I wonder when this will end. They have this saying, what has a beginning surely has an end. But I don't know, when it comes to louts, touts, and all these Agbero people collecting tickets and maybe printing their own shirts or whatever it is they're doing. Some people even say members of the community, big men, and by big men I don't mean wealthy men, but maybe strong men in the community sometimes will just gather people around and bestow on them that power to go out and extort Nigerians. And one wonders, in this era of civilization, in this era of democracy, in this era of the rule of law, in this era of, we having enforcers of the law, aka the police. We have laws establishing valid organizations that should be collecting these, tickets, tolls, whatever you want to call it. But with every passing day, people just doing anything they want to do. And somehow, nothing is being done about it. One wonders why it continues like that. Even when we have, and I use this word loosely, without referencing any political party, even when we have structures in place that should curb this. And by structures, I mean the police and the laws establishing the valid toll collectors or whatever they are. What has a beginning should have an end. But this looks like the never-ending story, at least when it comes to River State anyway. All right, let's keep it moving. After this story, I'll be opening the phone lines. Let's get your thoughts. The Hydrocarbon Pollution Remediation Project, HYPREP, has reaffirmed its commitment to environmental restoration, climate action, and sustainable development in Ogoni land as the world marks World Environment Day 2026. In a statement signed by the project coordinator, Professor Neni Barini Zabe, HYPREP said this year's theme, inspired by nature for climate for our future, aligns with its ongoing efforts to implement the Ogoni Cleanup Program as recommended by the United Nations Environment Program, UNEP, noting that its activities are focused on addressing environmental degradation caused by decades of hydrocarbon pollution while promoting citizen-led climate action in the Niger Delta. HYPREP highlighted several interventions currently underway, including shoreline cleanup, mangrove restoration, remediation of polluted soil and groundwater, provision of potable water, livelihood support programs, health initiatives, and the Ogoni Power Project, saying all these projects are helping to restore restore the ecological integrity of Ogoni land and improve the living conditions of affected communities. The project disclosed that it is scaling up efforts to restore what it described as the world's largest oil-degraded mangrove ecosystem by planting millions of native mangroves. HYPREP said the restoration program has contributed to the gradual return of aquatic species such as fish, crabs, oysters, and periwinkles, while expanding mangrove canopies that serve as carbon sinks. HYPREP further maintained that with sustained community support and collaboration, the Ogoni Cleanup Program will continue to deliver lasting environmental, social, and economic benefits to the people of Ogoni land and beyond. Now, here's where you come in. Sort of like an eyewitness report thing. You know when they talk about, what was that thing now with the Sibancho? Is it NBET or short, N something? They were giving monies to beneficiaries, sort of like a financial palliative, if you will, if I can call it that. And I started wondering, how many people have received this? Because I don't know anybody around me or even connected to me in any way that has received these monies. If anything, some people were talking about, some kind of grant they took or some kind of monies they took during the COVID-19 era, and somehow they're having deductions. Their bank accounts, money is being deducted. So I don't know, maybe they're paying back that loan. They didn't know it was loan. They thought it was a grant or something. I don't know. So I want to hear from you, River State folks, specifically Ogoni people. I hope you're listening to the program. Has HYPREP done what they've said they've done? Because it's only you guys that can tell us if, well, all these, and these are really good. All they've said that's happening, return of aquatic life, and all the projects they've been able to do, and even the mangrove restoration, that is lovely. But how true is it? Now, if it's true, just how much ground has HYPREP covered? On a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, not so good. 10 being very good. 5 being, average. So I'd like to hear from you guys, because you guys are the ones that, live in said land, and you guys are the ones that are experiencing it. You're the ones that know where the shoe is pinching. All right, phone lines are open. 95.1, welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning to you, Lady Dawn.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Robin Maja, the farmer.
All right, go ahead.
Still my name.
Okay.
Quickly, on the HYPREP story. Is not devastating? You are telling me that you have restored a mangrove. Then the humans that live to control the mangrove has no water to drink. No good road. No hospital. On the issue of the driver that has been sentenced, that's a good one. 1 year without option of fine. But I am worried. How about the political bourgeois who steal this money? They are working freely. Those whose income are living above their income, they are working freely. The driver has been sentenced. He deserves it.
All right.
The Keke chairman who have left what he ought to pursue and is politicking, I want to remind him, Bodo Boniro was not done by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That road was completed 95% by Buhari. The only road he's talking about, they are still scratching there. Nothing meaningful is done. Let him pursue the welfare of his members and stop politicking.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Robin Maja, the farmer.
Thank you for calling. All right, the phone lines are open. Let's get your thoughts. It's Rewind at the moment, 0810-9510-951. That's 0810-9510-951. For text messages, voice notes, and WhatsApp messages, 0701-9339-962. That's 0701-9339-962. Don't forget, you can also join the conversation via YouTube. I will check in a moment. Today95.1 FM, and you can also be part of the show via our website. www.todayfmlive.com. That's www.todayfmlive.com. Listen live, you get in there and you click that and you're in. All right, let's move to other stories and see what we see, but the phone lines are open. The Nigerian Association of Health Educators, NAHE, River State Chapter, has held its second induction ceremony at Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, Port Harcourt. The program, themed Infodemic Management and Health Literacy, Repositioning Health Educators for Global Health Security, was aimed at educating newly inducted members and other participants on the importance of accurate health information. The representative of the acting Vice Chancellor of Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, Okechukwu Onuchukwu, commended the association for its efforts in promoting health education and encouraged the inductees to remain committed to professionalism and excellence in their careers.
Health is everyone's business, and to communicate is very vital. Just as the Chairman of Education carefully presented the address, there's nothing else to say is that what we are doing is a serious business, and that learning is a continuous process. We come to a place like this to rub my share knowledge, share information, and then move further.
The keynote speakers at the event, Director of the School of Public Health, University of Port Harcourt, Best Odinioha, and Ernest Achalu, Professor of Occupational Health Education, University of Port Harcourt, emphasized the importance of credible information in healthcare and highlighted the dangers of misinformation and disinformation to public health.
You have to inform people by sharing great information to counter the disinformation and misinformation. They also empower the community. You don't work alone. You must work in collaboration with the community involved. Okay?
Low health literacy and widespread belief in pseudo-studies even by highly educated persons. Health educators should encourage access to verified information while countering misinformation and disinformation.
Speaking in an interview with Today FM's Aiba Priye Uguno, the chairman of NAHE River State Chapter, Golda Ekenedo, who explained that social media has become a major platform for the dissemination of unregulated health information, noted that the program brought together public health professionals to educate participants on the importance of sharing accurate information and strengthening health security through responsible communication.
There's a lot of misinformation going on media, a lot of disinformation and so on. So this is what we looked at today from the perspective of a health educator, how we can manage this and so that we can bring kind of security into the health system with regards to information dissemination.
All right, I love the fact that they're doing this. They're having what I could also call a workshop to make sure that, well, it's an induction, but yeah, like a workshop, a seminar or something, is a gathering of people at the end of the day. And they talked about dissemination of health information and trying to curb, talking about putting out credible information out there. But I think there's work to be done in the health sector by professors, educators in the health sector. You see, you have people like, okay, I can't really say his name, but there's a particular doctor. He has like gossip in front of his name. If you know what another name for gossip, it's gossip doctor. So he comes out and in an innovative, creative, and interesting way, he passes out health information. And many people, well, have learned a lot because, you know, medicine is a complex subject. And if you're not a doctor or if you're not science inclined, you might not even be interested in, you know, medicine. But the way he does it, and some others have started copying his style, you know, you're now getting to know what's what. Like today, I just found out something about preeclampsia and eclampsia, and I was like, wow, all right, that's an interesting thing. Ordinarily, how I take no, you know. So I think members of the health community, educators particularly, should maybe toe this line of maximally utilizing social media and in putting out information in a way that the general public would want to interact with said information. So you don't just come out and make it all. You lose a crowd. It would be an effort in futility. But imagine where educators pairing with Gen Z type folks and all of that, you start putting out information that could potentially save lives and, open eyes. Figuratively, of course. All right, let's keep it moving. Remember, the phone lines are open. Do you have any thoughts or perspectives on what happened at the Ajuru Ignatius University concerning the dissemination of health information, accurate dissemination of health information and all of that? Okay, we'll end with the River State government. The River State government has called for the establishment of effective mechanisms to monitor and implement resolutions reached at the 2026 Niger Delta Law and Development Summit. The River State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, made the call during the opening ceremony of NDDC Law and Development Summit 2026 at an event center in Port Harcourt, where he emphasized that sustainable development can only be achieved through effective implementation of laws, policies, and good governance. Represented by his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odu, Governor Fubara commended the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, for reviving the summit after 18 years and described its theme, the role of law in driving sustainable development in the Niger Delta, as timely and relevant. He reaffirmed the commitment of the River State government to supporting initiatives that promote justice, economic advancement, development, and the overall well-being of the people of the Niger
to supporting initiatives that promote justice, development, economic advancement, and the well-being of the people of the Niger Delta. We commend the NDDC for providing this important platform for dialogue and collaboration among stakeholders. It is our hope that the deliberations at this summit will produce practical recommendations that will strengthen the rule of law, accelerate sustainable development across the Niger Delta region.
In his remarks, Chairman of the NDDC Governing Board, Chiedu Ibie, said the Commission had adopted creative and innovative strategies to address the challenges confronting it, noting that these measures had enabled the Commission to navigate complex operational realities, reposition its activities, and strengthen internal governance and accelerate development programs across the region.
The theme, the role of law in driving sustainable development in the Niger Delta, is not only timely, it is transformative in its ambition. It presents us with a broad and rich platform to examine environment, social and governance principles, to interrogate the adequacy of existing legal framework, and to chart a new course that aligns the letter and spirit of our laws with the genuine development needs of our region. It is my hope and expectation that the deliberations of today will yield concrete, actionable recommendations.
Also speaking, the managing director of the NDDC, Samuel Ubuku, described law as the foundation of a civilized society, stating that the Commission has shifted from a transactional approach to a transformational management model aimed at delivering lasting impact. Ubuku maintained that strong institutions rather than strong individuals are essential for achieving sustainable development, stressing the need for Niger Delta. Well, unfortunately, we're practically out of time, but let me say this. I love the fact that the NDDC had the summit and people came together to talk. I know that usually in such arenas, there's the pointing out of the problem, and there's also the pointing out of the solution. The thing now is this, like the economic summit that we had at the beginning of the governor's tenure, I hope it doesn't go the same way. We've had a summit, and that is the end of that. Now, speaking of end of that, this is where the Rewind show on Today 95.1 FM also ends. Enjoy what's left of Saturday.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM. Catch the latest news, real talk, real stories, all on Today 95.1 FM, where you belong.
Looking to grow your business?
Ready to elevate your brand and reach the right audience? This is your moment to take your brand to the next level with Today 95.1 FM.
Your trusted voice, reaching thousands of listeners every single day.
From startups to established brands, we create powerful advertising solutions that boost your visibility and drive real growth.
Our affordable advertising packages are designed to give your business maximum visibility and real results.
Don't just advertise where people are listening.
Call us today on 0818-389-2850 or visit our station to book your slot now at Today FM Drive off East West Road, Obiapo.
Today FM 95.1.
Your voice, your market, your success.
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
This is Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Good morning. This is the World News on your Premium Talk Radio. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. I am Dawn Wilson. This morning in the headlines, PDP constitutes appeal panels for primary election disputes. APC pledges peaceful campaigns ahead of Ekiti and Osun governorship polls. Military Pension Board warns retirees against fraudsters seeking personal data. And on the foreign scene, U.S. military denies Iranian claim of warning shots at warships. Details in a moment. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has inaugurated appeal panels to consider petitions and complaints arising from its primaries for presidential, governorship, National Assembly, and State Assembly positions. The party said the panels were established to ensure transparency, fairness, and internal democracy in its candidate selection process ahead of forthcoming elections. In a statement, National Publicity Secretary John Gudo Mohammed said the panels would hear grievances from contestants and stakeholders dissatisfied with the outcomes of the primaries and make recommendations in line with the party's constitution and electoral guidelines. According to him, PDP National Chairman Abdul Rahman Mohammed will chair the governorship and presidential appeals panel with Samuel Anyanwu among its members. The 9-member state and National Assembly Appeals panel, chaired by Suleiman Afolagbe, will sit on June 8 and 9 at the party's national headquarters in Abuja, while the 24-member governorship and presidential appeals panel is scheduled to meet on June 10. The All Progressives Congress, APC, has pledged to conduct peaceful, issue-based campaigns ahead of the forthcoming governorship elections in Ekiti and Osun states, reaffirming its commitment to political stability and credible electoral processes. Speaking during a courtesy visit by the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Richard Montgomery, APC National Chairman Nintawe Yilwata said the party remains focused on promoting responsible political engagement and safeguarding peace before, during, and after the the elections. Yelwata noted that the APC's recent primary elections, which involved over 6,000 members, recorded fewer than 3% petitions, describing the process as largely transparent and widely accepted. He stressed that the party would focus on issues rather than sentiments in Ekiti and Osun, while also commending the economic reforms of President Bola Tinubu. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has scheduled the Ekiti governorship election for June 20 and the Osun governorship election for August 8. Justice Mohammed Umar of the Federal High Court in Abuja has adjourned until June 15 for ruling on an application by presidential candidate of the Action Alliance Congress, Omoyele Sowore, seeking the judge's recusal from his ongoing trial. At the hearing, Sowore informed the court that he would represent himself pending the engagement of a new lawyer or the reconstitution of his legal team, claiming that his former counsel were unwilling to appear due to what they described as humiliation suffered before the court. He subsequently moved to applications seeking the judge's withdrawal from the case over alleged bias and requesting that the matter be reassigned by the chief judge. Opposing the applications, prosecuting counsel Kehinde Akinlolu argued that the request constituted an abuse of court process intended to frustrate proceedings. He maintained that the court was bound by its records, including a directive from the chief judge, that the matter should continue before the current court, and urged the dismissal of the applications. In a brief ruling, Justice Umar said he would first consider the processes filed by Sowore before delivering a decision and adjourned the matter to June 15. Meanwhile, Justice D.I. Dikpeolu of the Federal High Court, Ikoyi, Lagos, has reserved ruling on the bail application filed by social media influencer and relationship therapist Okoro Blessing, popularly known as Blessing CEO. The court fixed June 9 for the ruling after hearing arguments from counsel during proceedings. Blessing CEO is facing a 2-count charge brought by the Lagos Zonal Directorate 1 of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, bordering on alleged obtaining by false pretense and stealing involving 36 million naira. According to the EFCC, the charges arise from allegations of financial misconduct. Following submissions on the bail application, Justice Dikpeolu adjourned the matter until June 9 for a decision, while further proceedings are expected to continue after the ruling. The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Idi Abbas, has called for the establishment of a dedicated special court to prosecute maritime crimes, including crude oil theft and other illegal activities in Nigeria's waterways. He says the proposed court would ensure faster dispensation of justice, reduce delays associated with conventional judicial processes, and ease the burden on the Navy, which currently spends significant resources maintaining seized vessels and exhibits during prolonged trials. Speaking during a television program, Abbas said improved maritime security in recent years has been driven by increased naval presence at sea, fleet recapitalization, and the deployment of modern surveillance technology. He noted that Nigeria's removal from the global list of piracy-prone countries reflects progress in securing its maritime domain. The naval chief also stressed the importance of regional cooperation in the Gulf of Guinea, adding that insecurity in neighboring waters could still pose risks to Nigeria's maritime safety. The Military Pension Board has alerted retirees and next of kin to the activities of fraudsters posing as pension officials and requesting sensitive personal and financial information. In a statement by the board's public relations officer, squadron leader Aliyu Mohammed, the board said it had received reports of individuals demanding details such as bank verification numbers, BVN, national identification numbers, NIN, bank account information, and ATM card details under the pretext of processing pension-related benefits. The board stressed that it does not authorize any third party to collect personal or banking information for the processing of pensions, gratuities, loans, or other entitlements. It urged pensioners and their families to remain vigilant, avoid sharing confidential information with unauthorized persons or platforms, and promptly report suspicious requests to the appropriate authorities. You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, more news, sports, and foreign stories. Stay tuned.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today 95.1 FM.
Welcome back. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has ordered a restriction on motorcycle operations across the state between 10:30 p.m. and 5:30 a.m. as part of measures to address rising insecurity. The directive, issued through an executive order, is aimed at curbing criminal activities and strengthening security operations, particularly following recent abductions in parts of the state. Makinde said the government remains focused on securing the safe release of kidnapped teachers and school children, noting that efforts are ongoing despite operational sensitivity. He stressed that the victims have not been abandoned and assured residents that security agencies are working round the clock. While acknowledging public concern, the governor urged citizens to view the government's silence on operational details as a necessity rather than inaction, adding that every day in captivity remains painful for affected families and the state at large. Rivers State Commissioner for Education, Associate Professor Peters Nwago, has reaffirmed the determination of Governor Similaye Fubara to strengthen the education sector through strategic reforms, infrastructural improvement, and welfare of teachers to advance educational development in the state. Nwago stated this while delivering an address at the Hybrid International Conference of the Nigerian Association for Educational University chapter held at the Faculty of Education of the university. He described education as the bedrock of societal development and commended the association for honoring him during the event. Let's listen in on what was said.
The government has done so much to ensure that we have a good conduct of exams in the respective schools, and students should be able to take advantage of the effort of the state government to get themselves prepared, adequate in writing the exam, so that they should be able to come out successfully. Those we visited today, we didn't see any form of examination malpractice. We were there at Ikwerechi County Grammar School, at Government Comprehensive Secondary School Borokiri, and Pabod Model Secondary. Principals have been warned, and then the ministry have sent out monitors from the commissioner's office. They are all over there, and any school court will be dealt with.
Meanwhile, the Commissioner for Education, Associate Professor Peters Nwago, said the ongoing WAEC and NECO examinations are being closely monitored by teams of supervisors deployed by the ministry to ensure malpractice-free examinations across the state. He warned that any school principal found aiding or abetting any form of examination malpractice would face appropriate sanctions. Today FM's Magnus Mwawa reports that the commissioner and his monitoring team visited County Grammar School, Ikwerechi, Pabod Model Secondary School, Government Comprehensive Secondary School Borokiri, and Government Secondary School Borokiri to assess compliance with examination guidelines. A socio-political youth group in Emohua local government area of River State, the Ikwere Youth Movement, IYM, has unveiled plans aimed at uniting young people and sustaining peace and security across communities in the area. The coordinating chairman of IYM in Emohua, thank God, Mfata, who disclosed this in an interview with Today correspondent, expressed confidence that communal crisis would become a thing of the past in Emohua communities. Mfata, while commending the leadership of IYM under Azubike Wanjoko for initiating the move, described it as a step in the right direction, adding that the group has commenced sensitization programs for youths across communities, not only in Emohua, but also throughout the 4 Ikwere-speaking local government areas. Dismissing claims of any affiliation between the Ikwere youth movement and political parties, Mfata reaffirmed the group's commitment to promoting peace, unity, and progress among youths. He also assured that the organization is ready to collaborate with members of various community development committees, CDCs, to strengthen peaceful coexistence and foster development across communities. Let's listen.
My emergence as a coordinating chairman under the leadership of Azubike Wanjoko, PG General, is to call our people together and then conscientize them on why the youths should be active. We are not here for any political party. We are not here for any gang or group. We're not even here for any communal crisis. But we are here to unite Ikwere people, especially the youths. We will enter communities and speak peace and speak understanding into leaderships like the CDCs and the youth bodies in every communities. Because Ikwere has gotten to the level where we will not in any ways record again in the history of our time, especially in our local government communal crisis.
On the foreign scene, the United States military has dismissed Iran's claim that it fired warning shots at American warships, describing any such action as a serious violation of the fragile ceasefire between two countries. In a statement posted on X, U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, which oversees American military operations in the Middle East, said no attack or warning shots were directed at U.S. Navy vessels. CENTCOM said doing so would be a gross violation of the ceasefire. The denial comes amid heightened tensions and competing narratives from both sides as efforts continue to preserve the ceasefire and prevent a renewed escalation in the region. In sports, FIFA has announced a significant increase in payments to clubs whose players participate in the 2026 FIFA World Cup or its qualifying matches, raising the club benefits program fund to $355 million. The figure represents a 70% increase from the amount distributed after the 2022 World Cup in Qatar and reflects the expanded scale of the 2026 tournament, which will feature 48 teams, 104 matches, and run for 39 days across North America. Under the program, $250 million will be distributed to clubs for players involved in the World Cup finals, with a minimum payment of $5,000 per player per day spent at the tournament. For the first time, FIFA will also allocate $100 million to compensate clubs for players participating in qualifying matches, while the remaining $5 million will cover administrative costs. FIFA President Gianni Infantino said the expanded tournament would deliver greater support across global football by rewarding clubs that provide players for international competition. To end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. The PDP has constituted appeal panels to consider petitions arising from its primary elections. The APC has pledged to conduct peaceful campaigns ahead of Ekiti and Osho governorship polls. We told you that the Military Pension Board has warned retirees against fraudsters seeking personal data. And on the foreign scene, you also heard that the U.S. military has denied Iranian claim that it fired warning shots at American warships. That was the news as edited by Stella Sasongo Okorie. For comments and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850 or send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com, Facebook, Today 95.1 FM, Instagram, Today FM 951, X, Today FM 951. You can also join our YouTube live at Today 95.1 FM. I'm Dawn Wilson. Thank you for listening. Good morning.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM. Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Maybe home is somebody's smile when they look at you for the first time. Maybe home is being a home to something you love and adore with all your heart, and that is what life, friendship, and love are all about. Maybe home is listening to all of your favorite shows on Today 95.1 FM. We create memories. We inspire comfort. We are the voice of the people, and we are home away from home.
Baby shark do 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 do, baby baby shark.
Children are a beam of sunlight. On Kiddies Playground, smart is the new cool. We have interesting activities lined up for everyone, from storytelling to games to quizzes, where you get to win loads and loads of gifts. Do you have what it takes to compete and win exciting prizes? Then don't miss any episode of Kiddies Playground every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. only on Today 95.1 FM, where playtime comes to life.
Education never ends, and we believe it starts even way earlier than most of us think. On Andre Gorgie, every Tuesday, 1 to 2 p.m., we unravel these various building blocks and its challenges that make you and I better versions of ourselves. Andre Gorgie on Today 95.1 FM.
baby shark do 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 baby shark do 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 baby shark.
Children are a beam of sunlight. On Kiddies Playground, smart is the new cool. We have interesting activities lined up for everyone, from storytelling to games to quizzes, where you get to win loads and loads of gifts. Do you have what it takes to compete and win exciting prizes? Then don't miss any episode of Kiddies Playground every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. only on Today 95.1 FM, where playtime comes to life.
Yes, a very good morning to you, my loving children on Kiddies Playground. How are you doing this morning? Another Saturday to be here with you for you. A very cold morning it is. You'll agree with me that it rained all night, and this morning it's really cold. I hope that you're well covered. I hope that you're fine. And I hope that you're ready for Kiddies Playground this morning, because I am. So yeah, we'll have a great time on the show for 30 minutes. So if you're still sleeping, you need to be up right this minute. Wakey, 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 wakey. So do story time, we'll do a quiz, the fun fact segment, and then we'll wrap it up with a song if we still have the time for it. All right? Yes. The title of the story this morning, because we're getting right into it because of time, the title of the story is Not Everyone is Your Friend. That's the title of our story. Not everyone is your friend. And I'm sure that you get moral lessons from the story, because indeed not everyone is your friend. So it's important that you just know that you can't be friends with everybody, and everybody cannot be your friend. So if you have good friends, just be with them. All right, don't try to be friends with everyone, because it doesn't really work that way. So once upon a time, in the forest, of course, a lot of animals in the forest: lions, tigers, leopards, elephants, kangaroos, just a lot of animals in the forest. Now, we know that the lion is the king of the jungle, right? So the lion there, and many other animals. So a deer, his family, the deer and his family, lived very close to the lion's den. Yeah, they lived very close to the lion's den. And the deer was a bit ignorant, or would I say naive. The deer thought that since he lived close to the lion was his neighbor. And then he thought that if the lion is my neighbor, then the lion may just be my friend. How silly of him to think that, right? Let's go on. So some days when they go out and they get food, they would present to the lion, and the lion would say, no, thank you. He would reject the food. They kept on doing that. The deer was trying to be friends with the lion. Of course, the deer had other friends, but he just wanted to be friends with the lion. He felt that, I can be friends with all the animals in the jungle. Now you see, how can a deer be friends with all the animals in the jungle when they are predators and they are prey, right? You cannot be friends with the one that wants to eat you up. But he didn't know that. He was very naive. So he kept on trying to befriend the lion. On this sunny afternoon, a very sunny one, the lion was very, very hungry. and the lion was just seated in its den waiting for any animal that will walk past it so that he can devour for food. And there came the deer. The deer came out of the house, still trying to befriend the lion, greeted the lion. The lion was hungry and the lion needed to eat, so the lion pretended to be friendly to the deer. The lion replied the deer's greeting and started a conversation. And they were talking. At last, the deer thought, now the lion is my friend. This is the first time the lion is having a good conversation with me and happy and smiling with me. So the deer decided to go into the lion's den to have more chit-chat with the lion. Very silly move, if you ask me. The deer went into the lion's cage, sat there. The lion was still calm, pretending to be friends with the deer. The deer sat there talking. Before you could blink, the lion pounced on the deer. And the deer was trying to shout and ask for help and plead with the lion. I'm your friend. Why did you do this to me? How can you do this to me? I was trying to be nice with you. And all of the plea. But the lion did not listen. The lion pounced on the deer, tore it apart, and devoured it. And that was the end of our poor deer. Now, looking at the story, having listened to the story, what are some of the moral lessons that you can pick from it? I need you to call me up and say, Miss Rona Bay, I want to share this. I learned this. I learned that. I think this. I learned that. Let's just have you call in to talk about your moral lesson. The first one, which of course is the title of the story, is not everyone is your friend. As a smart child that you are, as an amazing child that you are, you should understand that you cannot be friends with everybody. And not everyone would be your friend. So just know the people that love you. Know the people that are friends with you and be good friends to them. So in your school, in the house, around your neighborhood, not everyone would be your friend. 08109510951. I need an amazing Kiddies Playground child to call me up and tell me what you learned or what you picked up from the story. Not everyone is your friend. And in a few minutes, we get into the phone get into the quiz. And for the quiz, we'll be doing tongue twisters. Yeah. Tongue twisters are like workout for your mouth. Okay. Workout is sounding too serious. Okay. Tongue twisters are like exercises for your mouth. They're like jaw exercises. They help your muscles in your mouth. So we're going to do tongue twisters, more like exercising our jaws and our mouth this morning. 0810-951-0951. Who is going to be my first caller? Let's take this one now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you? Now move away from your radio so it doesn't interfere with the call. Have you done that?
Ellen?
Okay.
Ellen?
Have you moved away from your radio?
Yes.
All right. I can still hear it a bit, but I can manage it. What's your name, please?
My name is Victory John Africa.
Victory John Africa. That's a beautiful name and a very unique one. I don't think I've heard anyone with that name, John Africa. All right. Tell me what you learned from the story. Not everyone is your friend.
I learned to stay on our own so that we can't fall into trouble.
Yes, sometimes it's good to just be by yourself. Don't be everywhere. That's a beautiful one. Thank you, John Africa. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Yes, that was a brilliant one. You don't have to be everywhere. Sometimes being everywhere gets you into trouble. So be by yourself sometimes. Just stay put. Okay? 08109510951. What is your moral lesson? What lesson did you learn from the story? Not everyone is your friend. Sometimes when you're extending a hand of friendship to someone and the person is not doing the same, that is your cue to step back. That's your cue to say, hold on, I'm trying to be friends with this person. This person doesn't want to be my friend. All right, I'll stay on my own. Yeah, you could avoid a lot of trouble when you do that. So friendship has to be mutual. I want to be your friend, you want to be my friend, then we can be friends. Not, I want to be your friend, you do not want to be my friend. How is the friendship going to happen? You understand now, right? You do. One more call for the moral lessons. The time is running so fast. Good. One more call for the moral lessons, and we can get into the tongue twisters. Tongue twisters are very tricky. Sometimes you think the words are easy to pronounce, but when you start talking, you realize that, oh, okay, it's not as easy as I thought. But yeah, it helps you. It really. Well, I don't know if it's but yeah. We're entering the next segment of the show, and that one is the tongue twisters. And I have some, I have a number of them here. All right, that call that came in and dropped, I think it's your network. You can read down, my darling. All right, and I'll be sure to take your call. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
What's your name?
Are you? Good morning.
Thank you so much, my darling. I'm fine. What's your name?
My name is Golden.
Golden. All right. What did you learn from the story? Not everyone is your friend. The story. Did you listen to the story? Or you just joined? Did you just tune in?
Yes.
You just tuned in. All right, my darling. All right. Stay on. We're going to have tongue twisters so you can participate on that one, okay?
Okay.
All right. You just tuned in. All right. If you just joined in, of course, this is Today 95.1 FM and it's Kiddies Playground. Yeah. So we're having... Hello, good morning. Hello. I've taken your call, my darling. Good morning. Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Good morning.
My name is Victor Janafrica.
Okay, Victor, you are the brother to... okay. What's your moral lesson on the story? Did you listen? Hello?
Yes.
So what did you learn from the story?
I should not be friends with everybody.
Beautiful. So don't try to be friends with everyone. All right? Thank you. Okay. Can I take this last call? Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am Purity.
You're Purity. Beautiful name. What did you learn from the story, my darling?
I learned that it's not good to make friends with everybody.
Yeah, of course. How old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
You're 12 years old. So I'm sure that you know that friendship has to be mutual, right?
Yes.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Purity. Okay. So let's officially get into the next segment now, all right? The tongue twisters that we have. I have a couple of them here, and I'm going to begin it. When I do the first one, you call in, you do the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth as the time permits, and we'll just take it up from there. So the tongue twister I have here is Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. So I'm going to do that one 5 times. When you call me, you may just do yours 3 times, right? And you don't have to be very slow. Okay. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. That's 1. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. That's 2. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. 3. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. 4. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. 5. You see how smooth that was? I want us to even be smoother when you call me. So when I give you the tongue twisters, I'll say it 1 time. You repeat 3 times and faster too. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Your name? Why are you
My
laughing?
name is Vision Africa.
All right, okay. Are you ready for tongue twisters?
Yes.
Okay. Now you're going to say this 3 times, right?
Okay.
Babbling baby boys blotted boldly. Now hold on. Babbling baby boys blotted boldly. Did you get that? Babbling baby boys blotted boldly. So you can take it slow for the first time.
Babbling baby boy?
Babbling baby boys. That's baby boys. Blotted boldly. Babbling baby boys blotted boldly. Babbling baby boys blotted boldly.
Babbling baby.
Go on.
Babbling baby boy blotted boldly.
Say that again.
Babbling baby boy blotted
boldly, not boldly. Oh my God. All right. Thank you. You see that it wasn't so easy after all, right? But it's part of the jaw exercise that we're doing this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, ma.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm very well. Thank you for asking. What's your name, please?
My name is Miracle.
Miracle Miaza. Welcome. Are you ready for your tongue twisters?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to say this 3 times. A big black bear sat on a big black rug. A big black bear sat on a big black rug. Did you get that?
Yes.
Now go on.
A big black girl sat on a big black rug.
That's 1.
A big black girl sat on a big black rug.
2, faster.
A big black girl sat on a big black rug.
Hold on, my darling. Are you saying bear or girl? Oh my God, that call dropped. But you did good. Yeah, you did good. All right, thank you, Miracle Miaza. Let's have another caller. Let's do another tongue twister rather, jaw exercise. So let's have another person call in to try this one. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
My name is Nora.
Nora, how are you doing?
I am fine.
All right, are you ready to do your tongue twisters?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you're going to say this 3 times, okay? All right? Hello?
Okay.
All right, now you're going to say 9 nice night nurses. 9 nice night nurses. Did you get that?
Yes, please.
So you're going to say 9 nice night nurses 3 times. Go on.
9 nurses.
How old are you, my darling?
6.
You're 6 years old. All right, you should do this. Now listen. 9 nice night nurses. All right, so there's 9. That's number 9. There's nice, a nice person. Night, day, night, and nurses. 9 nice night nurses. Now do that 3 times. Hello? Are you there? Okay, go on.
9
nice night nurses. Go on.
9
All right, my darling, you're singing the song. You're singing the tongue twister at this point. You're saying 9, nice. But thank you, my darling, okay? Thank you. She actually changed from tongue twister to Maybe a tongue poem, nice, nurses. We'll do one more. Yeah. One more tongue jaw exercise before we get to the fun fact and then wrap up the show. Who would be my next caller to attempt a tongue twister? I've been giving you quite easy ones. They're lengthy ones, but I want to try with the easy ones. Let's see. We can progress. When you're working out or you're exercising, you don't just jump into it. You start from the little squats or jog, little runs. You don't just start carrying weights. That's how it starts. So let's begin from the basic ones. One more call to wrap up tongue twisters. Who is going to be my next caller to blow my mind and give me an amazing delivery of tongue twisters? Hello, good morning.
Well, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Are you fine?
Yes.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Simeon.
Simeon?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 11 years.
You're a big boy, so you can do this, right?
Yes.
All right, so you're going to say, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream 3 times. Listen, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Did you get that?
Yes.
Now say it 3 times, and you're not going to recite it like a poem. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Go on.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Faster.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Faster.
I scream, we scream, we all scream for ice cream.
That's brilliant. All right. A round of applause for you, Simeon. You did good. Thank you so much, Simeon. All right?
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, let's take this final call. This is the last call I'm taking on the show, okay? Hello, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Kamsi.
Kamsi, welcome. How are you doing this morning?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, ready for your tongue twisters?
Huh?
Are you ready for your tongue twisters?
Yeah.
Okay. Black background, brown background. That's very short. Black background, black, color black. Background, background. Black background, brown background. You're going to say it 3 times. Why did you drop the call? Was that too difficult for you? Of course it wasn't. Black background, brown background. Black background, brown background. You're supposed to say that 3 times. All right. Okay. Let's get into the fun fact. Okay, maybe you're redialing. Let me give you another chance. All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name, please?
I'm Black Color.
Okay, you called again.
Yes.
All right. Are you ready now?
Fine.
I should what?
Purity. Yes.
Okay. Are you ready to say it now?
Yes.
Okay. Black background, brown background. 3 times. Go on.
Black background. Black background, brown background.
Okay.
Black,
you have to say it faster. Okay? Yeah.
Black background, brown background. Black background, brown background.
The last one.
Black background, brown background.
All right, you did good, although you were very cautious, but I'll give it to you. All right, thank you, Purity. Bye. All right, let's get into the fun fact segment, shall we? Yes, we shall. All right, for the fun fact segment now, do you know that tomatoes and avocados are actually fruits and not vegetables? Oh, when you want to cook, you just buy tomatoes, onions, pepper. Tomatoes are fruits. Yeah, tomatoes are fruits as much as avocados. So tomatoes and avocados are actually fruits and not vegetables. Although a lot of persons classify them as vegetables, but today, now you know that they are actually fruits. This is where we wrap up Kiddies Playground on Today 95.1 FM. My name is Miss Rona Bay. Thank you all so much for calling on the show, participated, shared your moral lessons, did the tongue twisters, those who attempted, those who did it good. Yeah, I appreciate all of you. And keep a date with me every Saturday morning, 7:30 a.m. to 8. We have fun time on the show. We learn, we laugh, we play, and we just have good times where we can really be children without any judgment whatsoever. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful weekend. Help around the house if you can. If you're of age, try to help your parents at home or at the shop or anywhere they need you to help. And if you can look after your siblings, please do, and be safe. Okay? Don't go out playing when mommy and daddy say stay in the house. Don't go out running around outside of the house if they tell you not to go out. Be obedient children. All right? Thank you so much. I'm wrapping up with this song, Into the Unknown by Frozen. The very popular one that you and I know. That's what we're doing to wrap up the show. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful weekend. Bye-bye.